Bobby, everybody thinks they're dedicated. Are you sure you're that much different?
No, I'm not dedicated. Neither are you. Podcast is over.
Okay,
Why are we even
tune in
talking
next
about
week.
this? Why did you have to call me out, Joe? What did I
I'm
ever do
just
to
saying,
you?
like, how do you quantify dedication? Can you measure it up?
Yes, you can. I call it grading your effort. But
All right.
I just want to say this is from a certain perspective, right? Dedication, it's a perspective, and dedication or consistency or commitment or whatever you want to call it, it's all relative. Like, I think I'm a pretty dedicated guy. I think I'm a pretty consistent guy. But I'm not who I was when I was 27 fighting in the UFC.
Right.
There's a totally different level there, right? If you're LeBron James and you're trying to be the best player in the NBA, that's a different level of dedication than you, because you show up 5 days a week.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we've been led to believe, I think there's a really low bar for what passes for being dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I propose. Let's be scientifical about this. Let's let the numbers speak for themselves. Let's grade effort.
Okay.
And you can decide. I'm not going to tell you whether you're dedicated or not, because you've been through this, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell a man he's not dedicated, what do you get back? You don't know me. You don't know the struggles I've been through.
Yeah.
I do. I'm a wolf. I'm a what do we say? A wolf, a lion, shark, a rhinoceros, a megalodon shark, whatever predator you want to be. I crush monsters and listen to David Goggins all day. Okay, great. Like, you're dedicated. You can't question somebody on their dedication. You're only met with defensiveness.
Right.
So I'm going to let you grade that effort yourself. How's that?
I like it. What's the
decide whether you're
system?
dedicated.
How do we come up with a number out of all of this?
Okay, we're going to use a calculator.
Okay.
There's 7 days in a week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to quantify your efforts based on your success those 7 days.
All right.
How do you be successful? We're not talking about making money, because you can be dedicated and not make money.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about your fitness level, because you could be the most dedicated person in the world but still not be able to qualify for the CrossFit Games.
Right.
We're only going to talk about your level of dedication. Got it?
All right.
So to be dedicated in a day, you have to eat right, you have to sleep right, and you have to do some type of physical activity.
Okay.
That's your bar. You got to follow your diet, you got to sleep, and you got to work out. That means that you were dedicated for that day. Is that fair?
Sure.
I say that because just because you showed up to the gym for 30 minutes, but then the rest of the day you sat on the couch, you had your fat, greasy hand down your pants, your other hand in a bag of Doritos, drinking soda, that doesn't mean you were dedicated.
Yeah.
I would count that day as a loss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your 30-minute workout on a Sunday morning undoes the damage of 12 hours sitting on a couch, watching football, playing fantasy football, drinking beer, and eating B-dubs. Like, I just don't think that outdoes it. So you got to be firing on all cylinders for a day to count. You with me?
Okay.
So let's grade your effort. If you're dedicated 1 out of 7 days, that means you were dedicated 14.2% of the time.
Sure.
Joe, is that good, average, or bad?
That would be bad.
Okay, good. Are we clear on that? We can agree 14.2% is bad.
Yeah.
Great. So now 2 days a week. 2 divided by 7 times 100. By the way, I got a calculator here, so you know I'm not tricking you. 28.57% of the time you showed dedication. Is 28.57% good, average, or bad?
That's not even a passing grade yet.
Okay, so we're still failing.
We're still failing.
We're clear on that.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 days a week. And here's the interesting thing. That's what people aspire to.
Right.
People aspire to 3 days. If I could just be good 3 days a week, I would have everything I ever wanted. 42.857%. Is that good, average, or bad?
Bad.
Okay, it's still a failing grade.
Yeah.
Now, I brought up earlier my level of dedication now versus when I was 27, right? I want to revisit that. When I was 27, I would have given my liver, my kidney, my lungs, traded 30 years off my life to fight in the UFC. I'm not there right now. Like, I'm just not the same person. I'm 46. I got kids. No matter how hard I think I work right now, I am not doing what I was doing when I was 27 years old, Joe.
Right.
Now, do I train a lot? Yes. Do I show up a lot? Yes. But the intensity's there. The grind isn't there. The literal soul-sucking workouts with Mark Hominick and Sammy Stout are not there. Like, I don't know if I can do that anymore. And I don't know if I want to put my body through it.
Right.
Right? So, 3 days a week, you think you're dedicated. Dedicated's a relative term. Do you think Tom Brady in his prime ever said, I'm going to give this season the best 42% I got?
Nah.
LeBron James, we mentioned him. I'm going to give it 42% this season. Do you think that was his recipe for success? Jeff Bezos, man, I'm going to put 42% effort in, and I'm going to make this Amazon company the greatest thing the world's ever seen. Like, who's the guitarist you like? It's completely off topic.
John Petrucci.
Who does he play for?
Dream Theater.
Okay. Do you think with Dream Theater, by the way, that's a band none of you have ever heard of, and that's fine, Joe, but do you think Dream Theater goes into a show and says, man, we have 20,000 people in the audience. We're going to give it 42% tonight. We're just going to completely mail this in. Like, that's just such a bad number. Mailing it in is giving it like 70%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like 42 is just like you're not even trying to show up. So I get that you think 3 days a week is dedicated. It's actually, if you want to grade your effort, it's not that good. And that's not me telling you that. That's the numbers. Like, that's what 3 out of 7 days is. So now 4 days a week. 57.1%.
All right, we've crossed the halfway threshold.
Okay.
You're halfway dedicated.
But in most scholastic programs, that's still
a failing
failure.
grade.
Like, I'm doing, actually, Joe, right now, I've got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Championships coming up in a week. And I'm actually going through my certification to get the first stripe on my black belts. I've black belt for 3 years, and I have to do a rules seminar. If I get less than 80% on that rules test, I fail.
Yeah.
Like, this is most certifications, like whatever certification you take, you're not passing 57%. Like, that's a failure in most things. So 4 days a week, let's be clear, probably still a failure. You're showing up more than you're not showing up. Good for you. Like, great. Okay. 5 days a week. And here's where the interesting thing happens. Here's the nuance of the talk. If you train 5 days a week, Joe, name some words your friends call you.
Obsessed.
You nailed it. First try. I didn't have to prod you. I didn't have to. You're the obsessed one. Your entire identity is wrapped up in fitness. You need to take it easy. Man, that Joe guy works out 5 days a week, dude. He has no life. Like, can't he just skip a workout once in a while?
Yeah, exactly.
5 days a week, you're considered obsessed. And by the way, 5 days a week, you really think you're better than people.
Yeah.
You really think you're doing something. You really think you're crushing it. 5 divided by 7 times 100, 71.4%. I'm still failing my black belt test.
Yep.
You're still failing that explosive seminar you had to do for the movies. You're still failing your driving test. You're still failing whatever certification you're trying to get in. We talk about the movies. When you look something up on Rotten Tomatoes and say, man, that show got 71%, I am psyched to go see this show. Said no one ever.
Yeah.
Like, what's the minimum bar, by the way? We've talked about this before, But like, if you hear a rating on a show, on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, like whatever it is, what's the minimum for you to be interested? Like 90%?
Yeah, I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in the ratings anyway, but like if somebody came up, it's like, hey, this got like 9.8, like I would definitely want to go see that, right? But if you were like, yeah, it got 6, then you're like, I mean, maybe the ratings aren't great. Maybe it's just not everybody's kind of movie. I think your expectations shift more than anything.
Right? It's not great.
Yeah.
So in what world is 5 out of 7 days obsessed? In what world is like 5 out of 7 days the gold standard? Because that's what it is.
Well, and I wonder when it comes to things like, brushing your teeth, I brush my teeth 5 out of 7 days a week. Like, do you think that's
really
good?
Showed up for your kids 5 out of 7 days? Like, what's the standard? Either way, it's not good. It's like, I would actually put 71% as the definition of what my Gen 16-year-old, is he a Gen Alpha, a Gen Z? Like, what's his?
I don't know. He's 16.
Moniker, whatever it is.
Kids these days. We're old enough we can say that now.
All right, get off my lawn. Anyway, whatever age he is, if you're watching, sorry, dude. I don't know if you're Gen Alpha, Gen Z. I got to talk to you more and interact more as a dad. I'm sorry I failed you. But this is 71%. He would call that, and it's a term he uses a lot, mid.
Yeah.
That's a mid effort. Now, for all the old guys, for you boomers that don't understand this language, mid means average. Mm-hmm. It's literally middle. It's not that hard to figure out, guys. We got bad, we got good, we got mid. You're mid at 7. Like, it's the definition. I asked people this on a live. Is 71% bad? Well, it's not bad. Is it good? Well, it's not good either. It's the definition of mid.
Yeah.
That's what your effort is.
Mediocre, right? Nobody aspires to be mediocre at anything they do, but that's mediocre.
Remind me, your favorite football team?
Green Bay.
Okay. Jordan Love, quarterback, on the rise. People actually say, some of the prognosticators are saying that Washington this year is going to be the best team in the NFC. And the 2 teams that have a chance to supplant them are Tampa Bay and Green Bay. People are really high on Green Bay this year, right?
Yeah.
Now, Philadelphia has been left off the list. That's a whole nother story. They're just being disrespected left, right, and center. Detroit's being disrespected. There's great teams. But Green Bay is counted on being, from all the experts, one of the marquee teams this season. Mm-hmm. Do you think Jordan Love, their quarterback, is like, I'm going to give it 71% this year?
He's like, hey, man, things are looking good. I'm going to just phone it in from here on out.
If you go 9-7 and almost make the playoffs, that would be awesome. Like, you tell me, you got your finger in the pulse. You think that's
I would put it this way. If they started the season at 5-7, I wouldn't be so thrilled.
Yeah. Like, is that the expectation of, like, we're 5-7? Like, is that the expectation? And the answer is no. Like, that's just not, like, it's not where we are. So let's be clear. 5 out of 7, you call it dedicated. You said this. It's 71%. Let's be clear. So now 6 days a week, 85.7%. I think that's pretty good, but I also don't want to say it's stellar.
No, definitely room for improvement, right?
You didn't ace it. You didn't crush it. If you're a series on HBO Max, you might be getting canceled. Netflix might not renew you. Like, you're kind of like 85.7%. By the way, that's 6 days a week now. You're really dedicated compared to the normal person. That's like still not stellar.
Well, and remember, this isn't just going to the gym either. This is like you're doing the training, but you're also doing the nutrition. You're also doing the recovery. So that's 6 out of 7 days a week. You're making that much effort.
You're firing in all cylinders.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying you have to be perfect to check that dedicated box, right? Like, let's talk calories. You're allowed 2,000 calories a day. Get your 2,000 however you want. If 200 of those calories were from chocolate-covered almonds, I don't think you failed your diet.
Right.
What I'm saying is you got to make an effort to eat clean, nutritious, whole foods. That will check the dedication box.
Yep.
Like, I'm not asking you to eat organic and be on the carnivore or vegan diet or like whatever you're going to be on every day. I'm just saying you got to make an effort, right? And I'm sorry if you eat Little Caesars pizza, you didn't make an effort. You phoned it in, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, but this gets into is it all or nothing? And I think it's an interesting thing because, if you're working out 5 days a week, you're at 71%, but are you really? Did you really get 100% of each day to get there? So you might only be at 62% at the end of your 5 days a week.
What if you gave each day a passing grade? Like to count that day for the week, you got to be 80% that day. Like 80% of the diet's got to be clean. You got to give it 80. Like that might make sense, but I'm just saying, even 6 days a week, Joe.
Yeah.
It's not stellar.
Yeah.
And some of the most dedicated people I know, they'll work out hard and watch their diet Monday to Saturday. And then again on Sunday, hands down the pants, it's the Doritos, it's the B-dubs, it's the soda, it's the booze. And they really think they're doing something.
Well, I will say, I think people go into a cheat day thinking they couldn't possibly outdone how hard they've worked for the previous 6 days. And I'm here to tell you, yeah, you can. You totally can.
You can totally undo it. Let's talk about diet before I go to day 7 out of 7.
Sure.
Let's say you even just wanted to quantify diet by itself. You eat 5 meals a day, 7 days a week, 35 meals. 31.5 of those meals out of the 35 had better be perfect for you to hit 90%.
Yeah.
You're not allowed a lot of cheats, Joe. Like this is just where we're at. Like numbers don't lie. So now let's say you show up 7 days out of 7, you're at 100%. Clearly you're dedicated.
Yeah.
I actually don't think that's realistic because there are days you're not going to feel well. You're going to have that little treat. You want to stay up late with your spouse. You want to do whatever. So you've got to be somewhere between 6 and 7 days dedicated. What does that look like? On that 7th day, maybe you don't work out, but you still eat right. Maybe you cheat on your diet, but you still work out. Maybe you don't get 8 hours of sleep, but you still strive for 7. Like my point is what you said, you can't just throw that day 7 in the gutter.
Yeah.
You've still got to do something.
Yep.
And that's the numbers. That's the math. Like I didn't make this up. This is just literal percentages.
Yeah, I like this idea. And I like that there's room for nuance in there. Because again, you can grade yourself on each day, but also like what is your goal? Because if your goal is to make the Olympic team, like you better be firing on all cylinders. Like what you got to do on a Monday to get all the points for Monday is going to be a lot tougher than somebody who's just got general health, as their goal. So I like that you can kind of figure out how to apply that to your own situation and basically get a number out of it. Just get a black and white. Either you got the passing grade or you didn't.
But here's why I'm really talking about this. Because I talk to a lot of people. They want to lose 20 pounds. They want to lose 30 pounds. It's a woman that's been watching The Hunting Wives and she wants to feel sexy again and have her best body. She wants to go to her high school reunion and make the other moms jealous or whatever. You're a dad that wants to do X, Y, or Z, like whatever it is. And you're at home and you're wondering what secret you're missing.
Yeah.
You're working out 3 or 4 days a week and you think you're really dedicated. But like that's what you're missing. It's not TRT. It's not that you have a thyroid problem. It's not Ozempic. It's not a special workout or a special supplement. Like literally, you're just not as dedicated as you think you are on your 3 or 4 day a week program.
Yeah.
And I don't know how else to say it to people. Like you just need to do more. Like that's just I'm 3 out of 7 days doesn't cut it. 4 out of 7 days doesn't cut it. 5 out of 7 days is still mid. Like if you had that attitude that 5 out of 7 days was mid, you wouldn't need to go look for the supplement or the drug or the magic superfood or the magic. You would just understand it's simple effort.
Well, and hey, you might be firing on all cylinders those 3 days out of 7, right? Your Monday, Wednesday, Friday workout routine, but you're not seeing changes. Guess what? You've maxed out what you can do with that.
Do you think Amazon would survive if they were only open 3 out of 7 days a week? Like, do you think YouTube, with YouTube shut down like 4 out of 7 days a week, that's the other side. If YouTube just disappeared 4 out of 7 days a week, do you think anyone would be on here? Like it just doesn't, it's not what it is. So guys, listen, grade your effort. Grade it by days. Out of 7 days, how many days did you really do the right thing across the board? And that's your guy. You decide, not me. I'm not calling you names. You decide whether you're dedicated or not. That's it. Simple. I mean, how would this podcast be, Joe? So there's 52 weeks in a year. Let's say we put out 52 podcasts. Let's say we only showed up 42% of the time. So if out of 52 weeks, we did 21 of these.
Yeah.
You can't, it doesn't work like that. Because it doesn't, like, I'm sorry. What about a TV show? What if you tuned into a TV show, there's 14 episodes, and they only made 6 good?
The way I look at it, think of it, what if there was a 42% chance the show just wasn't on that night? Like, you wouldn't tune in for that. Like, it'd be too much disappointment. You'd turn your favorite show on, and 70% of the time the show is there. The other time it's just loud static.
You're a Star Wars guy. So imagine there's a 14-season new of The Acolyte or Revenge of the whatever. Like, I don't know. So 14, double 7. In 6 episodes, they decided to show up. 6 episodes. They had A-list actors.
Yeah.
They had costumes. They had CGI. They had multi-million-dollar budgets, whatever. And the other 8 episodes, you tuned in to sock puppets or shadow puppets.
That's exactly what I was thinking of, too. Like sock puppets.
Like what? Like, how would that... Like, when you put it like that, it's absurd. But like that would be like your... I think the Lord of the Rings movies are awesome. Can you imagine they did one like the Peter Jackson way and the other 2 were just like, hey, Frodo, Sam. And it was a guy talking with his hands. Like what?
Yeah.
What world do we live in? So guys, just get the calculator out, check your dedication. I didn't call you any names. My friend Joe didn't call you any names. You just decide for yourself where you think you're at. And everything will be clear. And that's what we're about here at the Maximus Podcast. Just telling you like it is. Not trying to hurt your feelings. We hurt your feelings. I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize. You made your bed. Now you can lie in. Subscribe, notifications on, do your push-ups, support us, whatever. Tune in for the next episode.